Can we bring Rakesh up, Larry? There we go. Hi, Rakesh. How you doing,
Hey,
pal?
Gary, I'm doing well. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. This is going to be great. So, Rakesh, you have a series of slides. You have quite a few, so you're going to need to get through those in the 5 minutes that we're.
So we can do fast.
So, and do not, don't neglect your trike there at the end. I want to make sure that you have a chance.
Okay.
Because I know you've kindly put together what looks like a really neat program about buying that first recumbent, but keep in mind the time, okay, so that we don't neglect the end there. All right, so. Larry, let's go ahead and get the slides up if we can, along with Rakesh. There we go. And Rakesh, we're going to start it right now. Go.
Yeah. So Gary, this was an interesting question you had posed. So we went about, saying, okay, well, how do you define an answer to this question, buying my first bend? So we went on to a little bit of a market research journey. And I'll share with you, what. So the first thing we did was, okay, how do we understand the first time customer? And we discovered some. Again, this is not a true market research. This was just talking to a few key dealers we have and getting their input. And so what we have done is we have collected this input into a bunch of slides, which I want to present. So if you can go ahead and go to the next one. So what we found out that the first time bent customers are evenly divided between male and female, 50% male, 50% female. There is some debate, maybe it's 60-40, but the numbers is, we got agreement. And the age, first time recumbent, we found out first time buyers, 95% are between 50 and 70. That also I saw pretty wide agreement. 30% are riding the recumbent because it's medically required. It's not a discomfort issue. It's not a balance issue. It is that they have a medical disability, which is why they are forced to buy a recumbent. And the primary drivers, they want to buy a first time, for the first time customers is quality of life, longevity of life, avoid discomfort, avoid balance issues, connection with nature, fun, fitness, mobility, and social aspect of it. And then I was curious to say, okay, how many are these avid riders? Now we had actually a split opinion here, is how many are, so Midwest, East Coast, about 70% have been avid bike riders, right? And if you go to different other states like Gulf Coast, Rocky Mountain, and West Coast, less than 25% have been avid bike riders. So that gives you some clue. Now, there's another aspect we discovered was the brand awareness is very little. That means a lot of work has been done by the dealers in selling a trike, right? So brand awareness virtually doesn't exist on these trikes. And so here again, it highlights the role dealers play is average research time at the shop is 3 to 4 days. Now, these guys are educated. First-time buyers are educated by the dealers in a massive way before they make a decision. So dealers play a very critical part in pushing these brands out the door. And then something we would like to, first-time customers, what questions should they ask? First is they need to know the difference between what's a bike and what's a trike. Now, this is not about two-wheel recumbent versus three-wheel recumbent. We're simply talking about a difference between bikes and trikes. And then also asking a question: why are you riding? What purpose are you serving by riding it? You want to answer that question. Are you or have been a biker? What is your fitness level? That is going to define whether you're going to need an e-assist or not. How long do you like to ride? That's also going to define, what kind of trike do you buy? And how much are you willing to spend? So these are a few of the questions. And then here is a comparison, right? So some of the easy comparison between bikes and trikes, discomfort, safety, comfort, balancing required. Bicycle, you require balancing. On a trikes, you don't. Endurance workout, you can get endurance workout on both of them. You can get, equipment fitment is more difficult. I ride, two-wheel bikes, and I find it very difficult to have perfect fit. On a trike, I can have a perfect fit every time. Well, I guess I'm being pushed along. So here is the market pulse from market leaders. So these are some of the dealers I was able to poll. And Mike Kobe of Sun Cyclery, Dave and Susan and Paddler Strike, Dave and Josh from Connecticut Yankee Paddler, and then Wayne and Travis of Lisbon Rail to Trail. So these are some of the dealers I talked to and get some. And here is, should your first Bent be electric? Now, go ahead, go to the next slide, please. So we understand, as I understand it, is 40% of new sales are electric. That means 40% of the customers are buying electric. And then your budget is a barrier to increase electric sales. That's a big problem. So we have two solutions, F1 and F2, which basically fill the needs of the market. F1 is a foldable electric trike for $2,995, has got all the bells and whistles, gives you a pretty good range, 30 speed, etc. And then we have F2, which is all electric, made of chromoly frame, $1,995, fully electric. So I think these two should do the job for the market quite well.
All right. And you got more to come. Rakesh, that was awesome. I thank you so much for cooperating with us. We want to try to be fair to everyone here. Yeah, no problem. So stay on the live chat, folks. If you want to know more about what Rakesh has in mind with those two new trikes that he's got, please ask him on there.